in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
Anyway, look,
he was not
again,
looking
I'm not going to go down these rabbit holes with you.
He was not looking
We
good.
got more topics here. We're going to go into the next one, and it's the true Floyd Mayweather topic.
Yeah,
not that UFC MMA garbage Matt was talking about at the top of the hour, but instead he had a red sombrero on yesterday. It's not a sombrero, really. It's like a derby.
It's a fedora.
But, what?
Was it a fedora?
That was not a fedora.
I don't remember the hat.
It's not a fedora, because a fedora isn't a circle. Oh. That's more like a derby.
See, I didn't know the the differences in a
yeah,
hat
it's
like
all
that.
good. So regardless, he had a hat on. What color it was or shape doesn't matter, because we were not talking about the literal hat. It's the metaphorical one, his promoter's hat. And yesterday he took to Showtime telecast, Matt, and shocked the world as I play the tape.
If Gervonta Tank Davis win that fight, I already spoke to Todd DeBuff from Top Rank. We look forward to Adrian Broner. We look forward to Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko after this fight. We know.
So, promoter, Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Mayweather Jr., on Showtime telecast, brings up his fighter, Gervonta Davis, and he says he spoke to Todd DeBuff. So now what we need to let our listeners know is that Todd DeBuff confirmed this on social media, that he and Mayweather had a conversation. Now, how do I ask you questions without us being on the same page on this? But how did you receive this?
He's deleted.
Damn, it is crazy. I'm on my deleted.
Yo, you're about to press orange.
I was waiting for my turn.
Yo,
who's getting deleted then?
Yo, Davis was getting deleted hard. Yo, the sad part is, when Mayweather said it, he had a smirk on his face. Like, you could tell, like, he was looking at the camera like...
I don't remember a smirk. I actually got the video. I ain't seen no smirk. Let me...
Again, this is just podcasting. Let me just get my jokes off, Ness. Let me get my jokes off, okay? You could tell when he was looking in the camera like, all you motherfuckers out there that know what I'm saying, you're laughing with me. And then he would, give this laugh. Oh, Tank. You wanted to fuck with me? You wanted to fuck with me? Okay, then you're going to fight Lomachenko. God, that is such a... That's a Machiavellian Godfather-like move from Mayweather. I gotta love it.
What are you talking about? You're rambling. This is what I'm telling you. Matt hasn't figured out how to drive a car yet. This is why we always got to pull over, take the wheel from the little baby.
Do you not know what I'm talking about, Ness?
For the no, that's my point. For the casual listeners, the people that stumbled across this show, Matt, that have no clue what are you talking about. How is Davis being deleted? Why was Mayweather saying this statement with a smirk? What in the world are you talking about?
That's the point. I bring up these analogies to Godfather and Machiavelli, then you have to bring it back and go, well, this is what he is talking about. Come on, Ness. Don't you know good radio? Come on. It's okay, Ness.
Deflection 101.
Do you want to go, Ness?
So, I mean,
you want to play tennis?
I'm trying to leave this guy all the room to take the show here and do his thing.
What do you mean, do my thing? It's tennis, Ness. It's a podcast.
Well,
do you want me to shit on Gervonta Davis and take all the heat, or what? Like, what do you want?
I'm not trying to tell you to shit on anybody. I am just a conspiracy theorist. You are not telling me your theory nor the conspiracy that you think is taking place. So I guess it is up to me.
Do you want me to
give the world my very vivid imagination without you cutting me off?
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Don't be
you
mad.
take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I need that Jay-Z song when he'd be like, you got to light a J to this one. Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
what's your name?
That would be a nice soundbite.
I had to light a J to this one, B, because it's just like, I'm sitting here watching this telecast because I don't even know what fight it was. This particular piece of news kind of was like a blackout after this. Can't remember before or after. Just this. And you could take the blue pill with Matt, who I guess is
What does that even mean, Ness? What does that mean?
walking on this metaphorical thin ice and is afraid to crack it. Or you could take the red pill and walk with me.
Ness, hold on.
Walk with me.
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Or you could walk with Ness and into this very vivid imagination. Again, here's what I thought took place.
It's the same thing.
So for quite some time now, or at least for the 8-week buildup for the Gervonta Davis and Jesus Cuellar fight, there's been some rumbling. We haven't necessarily reported on anything too big, but we've always mentioned it on either our flagship shows or in conversation on any of our spontaneous shows, how, Tank was either, let's just say, forget tweeting or Instagramming, releasing some sort of frustration, disappointment, some sort of message on his social media that gave the boxing world, the hardcore boxing world anyway, the people that follow the social media, gave us the impression things weren't going well between he and Mayweather Promotions. As time got closer to this particular fight, we found out Tank wasn't working with his trainer anymore. He, in fact, has Kevin Cunningham now, and he's out in West Palm Beach in Florida, and he's holding camp with Adrian Broner. As you guys know, Montana Love, who was on Showbox not too long ago, defeating Tsunami Sam, was in camp. And then there was more drama and media, headlines there because Montana was, released from that camp. And then there was leaked sparring footage of Tank putting hands on him and Montana calling him all types of names under the sun, kind of doing his own Paulie Malignaggi versus McGregor, saying, hey, release the tape. He did his own little comedy skit calling 50 Cent because I guess he's seen what 50 did for Big Baby Miller, which, remember, got deleted. Walk with me. Light your J. So, there's been a lot of stuff. Tank has been doing a lot of stuff, but lately he came out and just said it. I felt forced. They forced me into taking that fight. So obviously you say things like this on social media, your fans, the haters, they're going to talk up. And Tank replied. Some people said, what are you talking about? He got you a title shot. He said, yeah, but I wasn't ready. They said, what you mean you wasn't ready? He was like, bro, I was off 6 months. Or the fight before that, I was off 6 months. Now, what is Tank talking about? Being forced, right? And I swear to God, I always scratch my head about this because I'm thinking to myself, I remember when Floyd got him the title shot, and I can still see Tank's theory. When Floyd got him this title shot on a big stage, it was because Tank was also vocal on social media. Do you remember that, Matt?
Yes.
You don't.
Yes,
Boxing fans are so fickle. You don't remember that.
No, wait. When Davis was going at Mayweather like 2 years ago?
Yes, before the title shot.
Yes, I remember that.
What was he going at Mayweather for?
For not giving him a title shot. Wasn't that the whole point? Was not giving him like the shine, not giving him like exposure. It was all that stuff rolled into one.
And I don't think it was necessarily ever a title shot. He just didn't feel promoted. He wanted more fights. And shout out to Scantus Rance. He says he remembers that. So all right. So Mayweather, and this is the rumor, right? This is Tank's truth, right? So because he says, because I was vocal and I said I wanted it to be promoted properly. And I didn't, and I said vocally and verbally on social media that I didn't want to move to Las Vegas and I didn't want to do things your way. You rushed me into a fight because I was vocal. And anything that we say in this day and age is news. So now people are thinking that Mayweather's treating this kid unfair. Look, he wants a shot. Oh, you think I'm not doing my job, little nigga? Well, here, take this champion right here. This is the way Tank is receiving it. But to the real boxing world, we're looking at it like, damn, Mayweather hooked him up. This kid got 18, 19 fights. And Mayweather got him a shot at Pedraza, who, you know, didn't look too good versus Edna Cherry, you know, and already had been complaining that he couldn't make weight. So we knew that he had to struggle to make that payday with a Gervonta Davis. Mm-hmm. And then Davis went in there and blew him out. So Davis says to the haters, no, I wasn't ready. It's just I got skills and I did what I did. That don't mean that he was pushing me. He tried to set me up. This is Davis. Social media, it's out there. So now, I guess it's more of the same, you know? And there's also more, right? Like, I didn't get to see what Davis replied to Mayweather's daughter, Yaya. But you know she always gets involved in something, and she ranted like, nigga, my dad was there, da, 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 gave you your first title shot, ba, 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 ba. You know how she do. And he says something out. I don't know where that's at, so whatever. But the point is, there was some rumblings. At the very least, we know Gervonta wasn't happy with Mayweather, and Mayweather obviously could not be happy with Gervonta airing out Floyd Mayweather Promotions' dirty laundry. So again, you're walking with me. This is my theory now. Mm-hmm. You know, Floyd says, okay, you want to play hardball? You want to take to social media? I am the king of headlines. Sat down on Showtime, Premium Network, and really eclipsed the rest of the weekend by telling the world that A, he was going to fight in the UFC, and B, the fight that hardcore fight fans wanted, they're going to get. And that fight is none other than Vasyl Lomachenko versus Gervonta Davis, if Davis can be victorious versus Quellar. Immediately, Davis takes to social media and only puts laughing out loud emojis. And the people responding right away. But now after that, there's more. Because there is a hurt fighter here. You got to understand, if you're Mayweather, you got to understand people look up to you. And maybe, you know how to do things because look at where you are and you want to deliver that message to your fighters that, hey, follow my lead and maybe you can do as well as I did both in boxing and in the business of boxing. But what he doesn't understand is that people come from different places and different times, and it's just different. And he's got to try to deliver those messages and teach those gems to these guys in multiple different ways. Because when I hear or I receive, the way I received this picture from Gervonta Davis that was posted 4 days ago, again, 4 days ago is before this fight. So that is before the Mayweather, Showtime, Jim Gray interview. He says, how can you give up on me? I came from the murder zone. Who's he talking about, Matt? He's got to be talking about the same person that he keeps saying isn't promoting him, right? Then yesterday, after the smiley faces on Twitter, on Instagram, he posted something else. A very, I like the picture. I don't even know what word to use. I really like the picture. I guess the white robe does it because I always liked Anthony Joshua's white robe when he used it for Vladimir Klitschko, So, I mean, he's going to have to come up with something new because he's kind of using it ever since then. But Gervonta has the white with the red, it's got the little Smurf fur on it, So the caption says, I'm ready. Hashtag the one with the emoji of the gorilla. Meaning, maybe he's not going to shy away from the fight and prove, even though you're trying to put me down and set me up, I can still persevere. I will knock this dude out. Could he do it? I don't know. Is it a setup? I don't know. But that is my theory of what took place, because I know, and I have to close it with this, because people probably like, Ness, but why? That's his promoter, da-da-da-da. Well, here's why. We've always heard Floyd say, he's young. That's not the route we're going. We don't need to rush. Lomachenko needs to rush. Why all of a sudden are you going to rush? Why all of a sudden is Lomachenko the next fight? Lomachenko still got to fight with Linares. And this is how you know that this is all just pressure. This is just pressure that Floyd is flipping back on Gervonta, letting him know, watch your mouth.
Well, absolutely. And again, when Gervonta Davis was in the media or on social media, you know, definitely posting a ton of, not hateful shit to Floyd, but, you know, posting subliminal tweets, posting all that shit to Floyd, it creates a public narrative, a media narrative against Floyd. What's the first thing you do to discredit a fighter? Any fighter. It's not Davis. Any fighter. Say they're ducking someone. So how do you set up that narrative? Make a fight that you know they don't want to take, and that you know you don't want to make in Lomachenko. Create that narrative. And like you said, Ness, in our text messages last night off air, you know, it is going to try to make Gervonta Davis look like a duck. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like to a lot of people that this is a move to throw his fighter under the bus because he was talking shit to him, challenging his authority in the media and in public. And he's like, okay, then I'm going to discredit you in a way. Everyone thinks you're ducking Loma. I'm going to make it really seem like you're ducking Loma now. Don't ever fuck with me again. And that's what this is. It's Machiavellian. It's Godfather-like. You have to almost not applaud it, but like respect it, like as a business move. Yes, Ness. What about?
What about the old phrase, the bad apple? Mr. Johnny Bad Apple Seed.
So,
can Tank be getting negative influence?
Oh, okay. So for the casual fans, you know, like you say, Ness, they can't piece it together.
No, because I can't go around.
Hold on, Ness, hold on. Just because again, you mentioned that
narration. You gotta give some narration too. You gotta be able to decipher some of the metaphors for the listeners too, buddy.
Obviously, Ness is talking about now Davis is in Kevin Cunningham's gym with Adrian Broner constantly. And obviously, Broner and Mayweather have had a falling out of some sort. They are definitely not close like they used to be. That is plainly obvious. Could that be having an effect on it? To me, it's one of those things where, is it having an effect, or did he go to Broner because of it? You get what I'm saying? Like a chicken or the egg scenario. Did him hanging out with Broner cause a rift with Mayweather? Or did his rift with Mayweather
can definitely relate, Matt.
Oh, hell yeah. You know they're talking to each other right now about this, or at least not right now, but that on Saturday night, they were together in Florida. You know they're talking about it.
You know Broner was like, see, that's that bullshit I'm telling you about. He talking that big bruh shit, but he gonna do that.
What big homie throws his little homie under the bus like that?
On TV.
On TV. And then prefaced it with talking about MMA and UFC. So you got everyone's eyes on that interview, and then he says, oh, also Davis versus Loma.
Dude, wink, and let me tell you, it worked. It worked, okay? There are tons of news articles, clippings, social media things. It worked. It worked. Can he turn it around now? Like, if they mend the relationship, is there a way for Floyd to turn off the attention that he now put on Gervonta about this fight?
Well, that's a twofold question. Can they mend the relationship? Yes, they can. I think it's doubtful. Whenever you start putting this,
no, I don't think. I mean, that doesn't even matter, bro. He's in a contract. He ain't going nowhere. So it's more about, can he, you know, get on the good side of Floyd, and then Floyd fix this issue? Because let's be honest, does he want that fight next?
Gervonta?
if you're in that camp with Gervonta,
No.
what are you telling Floyd?
No, you're saying, what the fuck were you doing, Floyd? Like, we don't want that fight. Why did you say that? You've said on record we don't want that fight right now. Why throwing us under the bus?
Yo, this is me. If I'm with Gervonta, I'm like,
the number you have dialed
can't reach us, Floyd.
has been changed. The new number is.
Oh, that's so good.
Please note, the new number is.
You ain't even got our number right now, buddy. We just getting on.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.